welcome back. My name is Noir, as I said earlier. I'm from Shops Noir, the founder and owner of Shops Noir. We're an online marketplace, black owned, first in the UK. So yeah, we're here with another vendor, and her name is Jacqueline from Ndulge. Hi, Jacqueline. How are you doing this evening?
Hi, Noah. I'm very well, thank you. And thank you for having me.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure indeed. You have some wonderful, fantastic products, and I want you to share it with our audience today because I think people sometimes don't understand the beauty of having something that is natural on their body. And I think your brand is just perfect for that. And I'd like you to go through some of your products and let people know what you're selling on Shops Noir. So if you'd like to do that for us.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Thank you for that introduction. Yes, my actual business is called Ndulge, which is a handmade natural skincare remedy company. And I specialize in dry and sensitive skin. And taking you back a bit, my actual career was in health and fitness, and that was part of the reason what made me decide to start the business, as well as I've always actually lived quite a natural, healthy lifestyle. So I decided to couple it together, seeing that there wasn't that much out on the marketplace. And I decided, yep, this is definitely what I want to do. I need to, in a sense, educate from what I know about well-being, natural lifestyle, and just share it with the community on a whole. And basically, that's really what started Ndulge. The fact that I felt need to do something about having natural skincare because I don't always believe people understand the importance of the skin being one of the largest organs, obviously, that surrounds the whole of the body. And whatever you put on it, it will absorb. It will go in, and after a while, it will actually attack the organs, or I shouldn't say attack, but it will live with the organs. And if it's not a good substance, obviously it's going to cause harm. And I started by I've always done handmade, really. I've educated myself in the sense of learning how to make the products from scratch. And that also stems from seeing my grandmother and my mother fusing oils and bushes together and just, wrapping it on our skin or making us drink something to help clean us out and keep our bodies as pure as natural as possible. With Ndulge, the range actually is now consisting of soaps, creams, and salt scrubs. There's a small range as well for men. I can actually show you some of the things here. One of the best sellers that we actually have is the goat's milk body cream. Now, people will say, not vegan. Not necessarily. We do source this from one of the organic farmers, and we just have the milk. And this I find very, very helpful for someone who's got something like eczema or psoriasis. On top of that, we use the shea butter as another one. Just a pure shea butter with plant oils in it. And another favorite, which everyone seems to love, is the geranium and sweet orange. The base is coconut and shea butter, and then it's a blend of different oils and essential oils to make the cream. Finding that people love these sort of things, and as you said, it takes time. It really does take time to get out there in the marketplace for people to understand what you're doing, to realize that it is handmade. There's nothing that's chemically added into them, and obviously it's just helping the person to understand what they're putting on their skin, why they're putting on it. And we focus very much on dry and sensitive skin. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So do you find that people are now more going to natural products than they were before? Do you find that more people are going naturally about things like that now? Are you getting more sales now compared to, a few years ago?
What's happened is there was a big influx, I would say, and people started to get really excited about it. And I think they just wanted to know about, there's a product out there, they could try it. And it sort of petered off, it sort of leveled off a bit, but people on a whole are beginning to understand more about natural. What is it that's natural? What is it that's organic? And if they're not already sort of homed into a particular brand, they're willing to try other brands that are out there. So yeah, people are definitely, their mindset is definitely much more about something that's natural for their hair, something that's natural for their skin. Their actual eating habits are becoming much more natural, plant-based, raw. Yeah, so people are definitely taking that more on board and thinking of it not on just one part, but overall, the whole body, for themselves, for their family, and things like that. So it's getting better, but it's slow. It's not.
Yes.
It's not a fast-paced thing.
I agree with you, because I used to be just whatever's on the shelf, and I used to just purchase and that was it. But then I find as you get older, you want to make sure that your skin still says oil, have the oils coming out naturally and everything else, and you find that your skin's getting so dry, and it's down to the stuff that you put in on your skin that lets your skin just flaky and not dry. So we really have to, I know that's a lot about drinking water as well, making sure that you drink a lot of water, but it's also about what you put on. And as you said, our skin is one of the biggest organ that we have, and we don't actually naturally think that way. We don't realize how important our whole skin, our whole body is. So so tell me, what's the sort of price range and things like that?
Yeah, let me just show you a few more. We do soaps as well in the range, so your daily use of soaps, okay? And in the same range, your lavender, the goat's milk, the sweet orange and geranium, the coconut. And another good thing to get into practice with is a salt scrub. You can use that basically once a week, once a month. What you're actually doing is removing the dead cell from the skin and allowing the new cells to breathe and become active. And that's where you get to see the glow in your skin, and you begin to feel more confident in yourself as well. For something like this, which is our normal size pot, 275 grams, this is $18.99. All the soaps are presently $4.95, and they're usually 100 gram to 110 bars. And the body creams, any one of them, they're all $22.95. It's just a small selection. We do them in different essential oils of lavender, as well as like coconut and lime.
Everyone can find it on Shops Noir, and you've been one of our first customers at the very beginning, haven't you? You've been there for a very long time. Yeah, great. So anyone who wants to buy Jacqueline's products, and I'm telling you, I remember when she first started, she did give me fruit, and I have to go and buy, and I think I have bought some as well, and I will be going back, because I've actually gone down the natural route myself. I've also gone to the vegan side of things as well. So I will be contacting her again to get some more products, and I think you should. I think her products is really good. Her scrubs and the creams have been really good for my skin, and I think we have to be really careful of what we put in our skin, and it's just like medicine. We have to be very careful. And I think a lot of people, and I think now that we're in this lockdown, a lot of people starting to really think about things that they never thought of before, about how they're living and their life, and how easy it can just disappear in a moment. And I think living natural for me has always been the best way, instead of trying to always having something, buying something, when you've got the fruits, you've got vegetables, you've got everything in the garden. I remember going to my mother's house in a Caribbean, and anytime you were sick or anytime you needed something, they'll go, well, go out in the bush, you see that tree there or that tree, and we don't think like that. In this country, we got it so easily ready made in the shop that we just goes and buy it, and we don't even know what we're buying, and we're not actually buying things that is really good for us, and now people are trying to get into that. But I think we really need, if we go back to people like Jacqueline, and your parents, they all know the secrets. And I tell you what, a lot of it's being lost because they're dying out and not passing that information. And I'm so glad that you have learned those things from your parents, you know. My grandchildren had learned a lot from my mum when they lived with her in the Caribbean, that, you know, they were able to come back and tell me what plants was good for me and what wasn't, you know. And that's the education that we missed here as children, because they have it out there all the time. In the Caribbean, your garden can be your medicine, you know.
Oh,
That's where everything is. Would you agree with
definitely.
me?
Definitely. That's what they know. That is their lifestyle. You know, it's from anything from the aloe vera that's just growing wild to your cotton plant, you know, to your lemongrass that you take up, or some call it fever grass, which you take up, you boil, and that soothes you for your headache or anything, or stomach upset. All those sort of things which are taken quite easily for granted over there. But it is your garden. That's the food of life. And you don't really need much more than that. But obviously here, things are too easily accessible, too easy for you to say, oh yeah, I've got a headache, let me take a tablet. You don't think twice about what that actual product has in it. And I think for us as a community, we need to be much more conscious of what we're doing with our whole lifestyle. And as I said before, whether it's the clothes you put on your skin, whether it's the food you eat, whether it's the skincare you put on your body, you have to be very diligent in this time especially. But the COVID has actually made a lot of people stop and think about it. What are they actually doing? And with some others, the fact is that they've wanted to do it, but they never thought they could find a way to do it. But it's actually been a good thing on one side, because it's made people stop and look at their lifestyle and decide, no, I've got to do better if I want to continue to live and enjoy a pleasant life and see the next generation rise up as well. So it's all good. It's all good.
Absolutely, absolutely. Anyway, thank you, Jacqueline, for coming on Shops Noir's online store, first of all, and also coming to the show today to advertise your products and tell people about your products. I really appreciate that you've come on, and thank you so much. And everyone, if you want to see her products, I'll have all the information will be in the description box below. So you just have to click on the link and it will take you straight to her store on Shops Noir. So I'd just like to say thank you again for listening in. Thank you, Jacqueline, for coming on the show. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Bye-bye.